Hello. At the risk of embarrassing myself with my game collection, I want to show you how to avoid the updates, this update right here, and to also be able to switch between however many versions of Fallout you want as long as you have the drive space to do it. So what I have here is my Fallout 4 Game of the Year install. This is 191. I'm running 191 here. I'm working on that LOD thing, so it might not work great. But let's go ahead and jump in here just to show you that I'm running 191. You can see I got some reshade happening. There's some speed. Who cares? Here we are. I would skip this, but I want you to see that I'm not making any of this up. You don't need batch files. You don't need app manifest. You don't need to dig around in anything. You don't need MO2. You don't need to be some kind of like hyper nerd to do this. Anybody with a little bit of drive space can do this. And I want everybody to be able to play these games because I feel less like a weirdo that plays these games. Anyway, there's my LOD problem that I'm working on here. Anyway, that's that. So let's get out of here. So here I have a Fallout 4 version 191 from a week ago. A week ago today is the 29th, 2026. It was just an update that broke everything, which happens. Bethesda is trying to force everyone to use the Creation Club. Let's not beat around the bush here. Bethesda breaks the game because they don't want anyone to get mods for free. They want to charge you on the Creation Club thing, so anybody who doesn't want to deal with this goes and just pays the piper. They want to destroy or take over the mod economy eventually. They got a long plan to do it, but anyways, well, let's see how I do. Steam here wants to update Fallout 4. You don't launch it here, you never press that button. What's going on in the folder structure? Well, here's where I have Fallout 4 installed. Now, the folder name is Fallout 4 Game of the Year because I use the GOG folder structure because I'm setting up a Fallout London install in this other folder. That confused Steam because Steam, let's go to Properties and we'll find out Installed Files. We'll go to Browse. Look at Steam is looking at an empty Fallout 4 folder, so it never updates it. It sometimes tries to download the whole game again. I don't care. I'm not using that. Vortex, you set the primary. You go into dashboard, make the primary to go into the F4S8, right? Again, Fallout 4. Folder called Fallout 4 where Steam installed it. I took all of this, I copied it, and I put it into a folder like that next to my Fallout London install. I did that because when I go in here, purge mods, purge. Okay, we purged, and then we're gonna get out of closed Vortex. So now, I did this in another video, but this is my switching mechanism for playing Fallout London. So now, I've just renamed the Fallout London folder the Fallout 4 Game of the Year, which points, of course, Vortex is pointing to whatever F4SE is in this folder. Even if I move the folder name around, it's still going to point to that one. Now, the reason I purged mods before is because otherwise, because Vortex likes to auto-deploy when it opens up. But since I purged, it doesn't auto-deploy. So now, I can actually go in here and switch to my London profile. And this is what I was originally trying to do, was to switch between 163 to play Fallout London and 191 without doing a bunch of nerd crap that people with MO2 want to shove down your throat. All you got to do is change the folder names and make sure Vortex isn't dumping the wrong mods in the wrong folder. And you do that by purging mods and then closing Vortex and then changing the folder names and then opening the Vortex and then enabling. Because Vortex likes to auto-deploy unless you purge and close. And then you open up, it won't actually auto-deploy. But you saw when I just switched to Fallout London, it auto-deployed. So I gotta make sure the folder is the right folder before I switch to that profile. Otherwise it will auto-deploy into the wrong folder, which, you know, is fixable, but it just leaves junk files you're not going to use in there. It doesn't really break things, it makes it messy. So now I can play Fallout London, and I've done this before in a video, but we'll go ahead and open it up just to show. What did I break? I broke something. What? Oh wait, I didn't deploy. Reverted. It gets angry about that. Vortex, those are things. Just revert because you're in a different folder. Anyways, here I am. And you can see the EMP is different. The other one didn't use the new version. You have to use the older version of the EMP. The Fallout 1 is the newer version, the Anniversary Edition. Anyways, there's my Fallout 1 install. And so. All I'm doing here, there's no batch files, there's no code, there's no annoying stuff. There's 3 folders. There's the Steam library folder. Here, on the floor, and it's empty. And that's where Steam thinks it is, and Steam's at manifest, if you go find that, it's pointing to that empty folder. The worst thing it's gonna do dump another copy of Fallout into that folder, which you can just immediately delete. Right now, it's just stuck in a confused state because it's like it never started here. It just never started there after the initial time, of course. Whatever you started in Vortex or MO2, if you must use MO2. And then you have these 2 folders. You have one that's always called Fallout Game of the Year. It doesn't have to be called that. It just has to be the folder that this is set up to. To do that by going to, as I showed, make a new thing here. It's the F4SE, and point to that folder. Now, when I switch the folder name here and put the other Fallout in that folder, they both have F4SE in it, so it's just going to launch that thing. The only confusing part is making sure it doesn't dump new files into it. So, the end. This way, switch between Fallouts, version games. You can avoid Steam auto updates. No app manifest. No nothing. It's the worst thing you can do. You need hard drive space, I guess. You need but it's like really this install here is 30 gigs, and Fallout is 30 gigs. Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition is 30 gigs. If you don't use the high definition texture pack, which is 50 gigs, just delete that crap. Don't use it. Use one of the other ones. But I think my total install for that folder, both of them, both Fallout 4 and London, 260 gigabytes. I mean, it is something. It's not small, but that's because I'm using that's like all the mods are loaded in right Let's see, it was Purge mods. I bought all these hard drives years ago, and I don't envy the people that didn't buy a bunch of hard drives and RAM years ago when it was cheap, because I did. So now, let's see, 70 gigabytes. I mean, that's all it is. So without mods, 70 gigabytes. So if you just want to play the base games, it's nothing. It's nothing. Just don't use that high definition texture pack. Okay, I'm gonna get downvoted because I said bad things about Imo2, and I love that. It's just so easy to get downvotes. I love them. It's like I have a wall of downvotes in my basement, and I'm gonna show them to my grandchildren. Goodbye. Okay, I wanted to show one last thing before I sign off. The Steam game recording works with this method. So even though Steam doesn't know where the game is, and I'm launching it from a folder that Steam doesn't understand, the Steam API and the app manifests are still not stopping. You can see that picture down there. That's where I loaded in. I can still do the Steam recording. So it's totally functional. I'm losing nothing here. That's all.